As Luffy falls after directly taking a very powerful hit from Kaido, we see a montage of chaotic scenes everywhere. Momonosuke stops hearing Luffy's voice, and Kaido takes a good look at Luffy. After observing for some time, Kaido confirms Luffy's death and gets angry at the CP0 agent as he took away all the fun from him in fighting and defeating Luffy. He remembers Luffy's determination to fight with him, but the agent took all the fun from it. He quickly deals with the CP0 agent. Luffy lies dead on the top of the Skull Dome where the fight took place as Kaido flies off. Kawamatsu is figuring out a way to help his comrades get out of the fire safely so that all of them can return to their homes, but he is unable to do anything as there is no water around, and the whole land is flying in the sky. He prays for everyone to get out of the burning castle as he believes that burning to death has no honor in it. As he, along with his other allies, stands helplessly, they get attacked from the sky with fire breath, and then Kaido appears from the sky. He demands to bring Oden's son in front of him and demands the surrender of Momonosuke. When people asked about Luffy, Kaido reveals that Straw Hat Luffy had died. Everyone gets shocked on hearing this. Law then stops hearing the voice of Luffy. Kid then says that Luffy was no match for the Emperor of the Sea. Luffy's allies start crying at his demise. Kaido asks for the people who want to rise against him as he wants to fight more. The bad people start celebrating Kaido's victory. Tama says that she won't believe that Luffy is dead as he stood up against the bad guys time and time again and always won. Nami, with teary eyes, gets out and refuses to believe that Kaido has killed Luffy. Kaido asks all the samurais present there if Straw Hat's death broke their spirits. He then proceeds to tell them that it's the end of the land of Wano. Nami asks Kaido to stop telling lies. Nami asks her Grand Compass if Luffy has died or not. Nami completely rejects Kaido's words as she cannot believe that he managed to kill Luffy. Then Kaido turns his head towards Nami and says that he will tell her what it means to be defeated. Then he attacks her using his fire breath. She is saved by using a water shield against Kaido's blast breath attack. Nami cries lying on the floor, saying Luffy's name with teary eyes. Kaido announces that Onigashima will land on the flower capital as planned. He tells everyone that he will not be lenient with them as Orochi, the country, is a giant weapon factory, so everyone living there will have to work. Men, women, and children, everyone is now his slave. They will be working until they cannot, after which they will roll over and die. That will be their life as the people of the land of Wano had stood up against him, and according to him, this is what happens when you lose a war. All the hopes, dreams, and lives belong to the victor. Kaido then asks to bring Momonosuke, and he won't stop fighting until that happens. The army cheers as Kaido speaks. Kaido's army then initiates attacks on Kid and Law as the soldiers think that Kid and Law are barely alive after fighting Big Mom. The good guys march forward, lending a helping hand to others to fight Kaido and the army. The scene then shifts to the basement inside the castle. The people trapped there are looking for a way out but are unable to do so. Kid rises up and gets ready to fight as he doesn't wish to surrender or remain unprovoked. Yamato says that what they need is determination. Let's do it, they should do whatever it takes. To Momonosuke, but according to him, the idea is ridiculous and impossible. Yamato believes that as they are still alive, they should show the enemy their fangs. According to Yamato, they can still move their limbs, and they are not powerless. Momonosuke is completely skeptical of what she is saying as, according to him, what good can they do against someone whom even Luffy could not defeat? Yamato refuses to bend down against the odds that they are facing as she believes that they are samurais. Yamato says that Kaido is also heavily wounded. Momonosuke tells Yamato to stop being ridiculous and that they are no match against the King of Seas. Momonosuke then tells her that they had misjudged the real strength of Kaido and that they no longer have a chance. There will only be more deaths. It's time to give up. According to Momonosuke, if Luffy has lost to Kaido, then he believes that they should surrender too. Yamato refuses to allow that. She says that if they do so, then they will go back to being slaves again and wait for the day they decay and die. Yamato does not know if they can save everyone by surrendering, so she refuses to align with the idea. She then tells Momonosuke that all the regional daimyo who didn't yield to Orochi died to their great chagrin seeking revenge. They're fighting this battle with 20 years worth of the land of Wano's weight on their shoulders. She believes that it is better to die together fighting rather than just surrendering. Meanwhile, Kaido is attacking his enemies brutally with his blast breath, and the two sides are fighting an intense battle. The people of the land of Wano are still fighting the war as they believe in the future that Straw Hat Man showed them. Law and Kid are also fighting while Luffy's body lies still at the Skull Dome. Law says that the main dish is finished, so it's time for some dessert now. Kid says he is going to eat them all. Nami still doesn't believe Kaido's words. She says that when Luffy says that he's gonna win, he will definitely win, at any cost. Her tears drop down her eyes as she tells Kaido to stop lying. She then looks above and says, "Luffy, I know you can hear me. Keep your word as always." We then see Luffy's body shake, and the scene cuts to Zunisha standing and suddenly realizing something. We hear drums start playing, and Zunisha starts talking to Momonosuke about hearing the sounds of drums. He says that it's been a while. Luffy's hand starts to move. Momonosuke asks Zunisha what he is talking about. Meanwhile, some sort of energy starts coming out of Luffy's body. Zunisha tells Momonosuke that he can hear the drums of liberation. He adds that he is hearing them for the first time in 800 years. Zunisha is positive that he is hearing Joy Boy's return.